What's up, guys? Round 2 of Whole30 coming at ya. I'm so excited. For the past couple days, I've been eating whatever I want because I feel like it's my last meals, you know? But I've regretted it, which has made me very excited for Whole30. So, if you're not familiar with Whole30, do a little bit of research on it. It's not just about food restrictions. I will post below the rules, what to eat, what not to eat. Pay special attention to the ingredient list, not the nutrition list. But right now I'm about to go into Whole Foods, and then afterwards I'm going to go back to the house, and I'm not going to throw away the foods that I'm not going to eat because personally I don't need to do that this time. I would recommend, if it's your first time, throwing out all the foods that are not compliant. I'm also going to post below a more detailed Whole30 video that I made with my friend Selena. It was her first time doing Whole30, so check that one out for a detailed overview of the rules for cleaning out the fridge and then a first week of shopping. But I'm going to personally just put everything that's not compliant on its own shelf. We're gonna go ahead and go in. Get my list, get my mask, ready. I refuse to put this on until I'm in the store. Okay. In San Antonio, we're allowed in stores. Okay, go ahead, guys. In San Antonio, like, things are open, but you still have to wear your mask.
No, don't get those carts. You need the sanitized one.
See, Selena knows better than me.
Have you not watched the news?
Actually, I try to avoid the news. All right. Mask it up, girl.
Oh, true. Can you hold this?
Yep. Hello. Ready.
Hi. These are sanitized, right? Okay. Thank you. Whole Foods.
I'm gonna get more like apples and peaches. Ooh, guacamole. That's important. So a tip with picking good peaches, pears, stuff like that, is you want to make sure it's a little squishy. If you squish it and it's hard, it's not going to be as juicy and sweet. Here's a good squishy one. So you just want to do the same thing to all of the pitted fruits and pears if you like them juicy. Now it's also good to get a few that are harder so they will last longer. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay, interesting tip. My mother-in-law told me that if you have a sweet tooth and you eat a carrot, your sweet tooth goes away. So, get a big bag of these. I got a ton of produce. I'm going to be sharing everything I got later to give you guys an idea of a shopping list. Whenever I take my mask off, I feel like a little bit lightheaded from the oxygen, you know? What's up, guys? Back at the house. I recently restarted my ButcherBox subscription, so I am set on meat. So I didn't get any of that. I got a lot of fruits and veggies, sauces, guac, potatoes, all of those kind of things. I'm gonna go through everything that I got to help you put together your shopping list if you're gonna kind of follow behind and do Whole30 with us. I will be making one more stop to Walmart because personally I want to make sure that I'm eating throughout Whole30, because it's really easy to kind of get overwhelmed what you can and can't eat kind of later on in the process. So I'm going to be bulking up, I'm going to be stocking up on the Whole30 approved frozen meals that I typically buy from Walmart. I did recently make a post going through my favorite ones, so pretty much I'm gonna buy those. This is my second time doing Whole30, so I kind of have an idea of what I craved, what I liked, what I ended up eating and not eating. If this is your first time, it may be a little bit of a learning process for you, but these are the things that I found I wanted. So hey, comment below if there's something that you can't live without during Whole30. I'd love to hear about it.
Here is everything that I just got at Whole Foods during my shopping spree, plus some things that I already had left over at the house that are Whole30 approved, so I'm gonna highlight them. Starting with the sauces here, one tip is when looking at a product, there's a couple ways you can tell if it's Whole30 approved. Obviously, the most easy way is going to be if it has the Whole30 symbol on it. A lot of these do have the Whole30 symbol on it, so I didn't have to double check. The second way is going to be reading the ingredients. So, tip, you don't care about the nutrition facts. We do not care about that. What we want to focus on are the ingredients listed. So in this case, it's only 2 ingredients, almonds and palm oil. And let's say I'm not sure if palm oil is compliant, then the third way is to Google it. Whole30 has been going on for so long that someone has asked this question. So when I Googled, is palm oil compliant? A Whole30 forum came up and it said, yes, it is compliant. So I have the red enchilada sauce, 2 different mayos, the Chosen Foods mayo, which is just a regular avocado mayo. I also have the Chipotle lime mayo. This is gonna be awesome to dip veggies in. Tons of salad dressings. You can also double them as, you know, putting on your meats or things like that. This lemon garlic one is my all-time favorite. I have green goddess, creamy ranch, avocado ranch. I was feeling ranchy. Classic barbecue sauce. And then 2 different ketchups. I have a spicy one and a regular one. Steak sauce. The oil and vinegar and hot buffalo sauce from Noble Made. I also got some pasta sauce. This is really helpful for, I mean, anything, obviously, zucchini noodle pasta or just putting it on chicken. Okay, these 2 guys, I have the Califia cold brew and almond milk. If you Google Whole30 approved almond milks, this is one that comes up on the list. It does have some ingredients that are a little bit like weird, so I personally would have thought it was not compliant, but per the list it is, so I'm happy to enjoy it. Obviously lots of produce, some fruits, pistachios, raisins. These things we're gonna use sparingly because we don't wanna be too dried fruit heavy or nut heavy. Any potato is fine. Hot dogs, you can eat them as a hot dog or chop them up and put them in your eggs. Plantains, guacamole, obviously you can make your own. Pasture-raised eggs, some more nuts. Just a lot of options here. I'm thinking I want to make some kale chips. Never done it before, so we'll see about that. Some of my Daily Harvest smoothies are compliant per the ingredients. However, smoothies and yogurts, even if it's a compliant yogurt, those are things that you're going to want to eat sparingly because at the end of the day, you're kind of drinking a bunch of sugar, so it's not really advised. So the smoothies or having a compliant yogurt are going to be like a treat for me. If I have a sweet tooth or, you know, late night snack, I'm gonna go for this instead of maybe a cookie that I would have gone for before. And then of course, meats. Lots of meats. Okay guys, one last thing that is something that's compliant but recommended to use seldomly are going to be fruit bars. So the Lara bars have some great options. This is really good to put in your purse or pocket or car or whatever for emergency purposes. If you're like out and about with friends, it's good to have one of these on you, but also don't go crazy with them. A lot of the Lara bars are compliant, but not all of them. So make sure you're checking those ingredients. And like I said, if you are unsure, Google it and the Google will tell you. Also, there's quite a few RX bars that are compliant as well. Even some chocolate ones. I think this chocolate one is actually compliant. Possibly. You might want to double check on that. I've gotten some questions. Hey, if you're not allowed to have dairy, what are you cooking? Because a lot of people use butter to cook. There's a few options. You can use ghee, which I personally, I'm not a fan of the flavor. I think it has a little bit of a, like a plasticky flavor. Even though it's made from butter, I don't know, try it for yourself. You might like it. But ways to cook, you can use avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil. All of these things are compliant. Also, what I use, some of you guys might think this is gross, but even on my paleo diet, this is what I do. I cook my compliant Whole30 bacon, which is Applegate brand is my favorite. These are the hot dogs, but cook it on the George Foreman. I keep the grease. Here's the bacon fat, guys. Oh wow, at least I didn't eat it. And I use this to cook my eggs in the morning. I know some of you might think that sounds disgusting, but it's compliant. So I put it in my pan, warm it up, cook my eggs in it. You can also cook bacon fat at a higher temperature than butter, so go ham, guys. Don't worry about burning that butter. Also, don't eat butter because you're on Whole30, right? What's up, guys? Second stop at Wally World. You might be surprised, Walmart actually has a ton of Whole30 compliant options. Sauces, of course, veggies and fruits, but my favorite being the frozen meals. I'm going to show you where I find them in my local Walmart because they're not always in an obvious place in the freezer section, so let's go.
So as you can see, this is in this aisle. But there's all kinds of frozen options. All of these are Whole30. All of them. Okay, while I'm waiting for this to fill up, I will show you what I got. These are the Walmart meals. They are all Whole30. I also got some Grandcestors, Good Kitchen.
Alrighty, I have organized my fridge with all the Whole30 foods. So many goodies. All my good sauces. And then the freezer stocked up with my frozen meals. Hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Like I said, comment below. Let me know what kind of foods are helpful for you during Whole30, or if this is your first time, let me know. I'd love to cheer you along. Follow me on Instagram at paleochick_Ren. I'm going to be posting my meals daily. So I'll also feature a meal and kind of walk through the recipe if it's a little bit of an odd one. Subscribe to my channel. Every week I am going to be posting a vlog, just a follow-up, checking in. How's my Whole30 going so far? And any issues that I ran into or challenges that I ran into. So hopefully that helps your Whole30 journey go a little bit easier. I'll see you in the next video.